One of the greatest maritime mysteries is the Franklin expedition. What happened to the 129 men and these two massive ships? How did they simply vanish? Welcome to my Stranger Things series, where I talk about the weird, wacky, and wild things solved by science. Let's get into it. In 1845, two of the most technologically advanced ships at the time, the HMS Erebus and the HMS Terror, set sail from England with 129 men on a mission to chart the last unnavigated section of the Northwest Passage through the Canadian Arctic. They had 3 years worth of supplies, state-of-the-art steam engines, and were led by Sir John Franklin, a celebrated Arctic explorer. But they would never be seen again. The British Navy launched over 30 rescue expeditions, spending more money searching than the original voyage cost, and ended up mapping more of the Arctic than Franklin did, but found almost nothing. Just abandoned campsites, a few graves, and eventually some disturbing evidence. In 1850, searchers found 3 graves on Beechey Island from the expedition's first winter. The men had died early in the journey, which was unusual. In 1854, Scottish explorer John Rae spoke with Inuit communities who reported seeing both ships and encountered desperate, starving men. They described finding bodies and evidence of cannibalism and provided incredibly specific details about where the ships had gone. But Victorian England dismissed these accounts, partly due to racism and partly because they couldn't accept that their naval heroes had resorted to cannibalism. So other wild theories started to accumulate for over a century. Then there was a breakthrough in the 80s, and trigger warning here of dead bodies. Anthropologist Owen Beatty exhumed 3 crew members buried on Beechey Island, and to his surprise, the permafrost preserved the bodies almost perfectly. You could still see their facial features, what they were wearing, even perform autopsies. The analysis revealed extraordinarily high levels of lead in their bones and tissues. And that's because of this. The expedition had used a then cutting-edge technology, 8,000 tin cans with lead solder. Every meal was slowly poisoning them. Lead poisoning causes cognitive impairment, paranoia, poor decision-making. Exactly what would explain their bizarre choices later. In 2014, Canadian researchers finally located the HMS Erebus in just 11 meters of water, exactly where Inuit oral history said it would be. 2 years later, they found HMS Terror in Terror Bay, sitting upright on the seafloor, with hatches still closed and dishes on shelves. Again, precisely where Inuit testimony had said. One Inuit man, Sami Kovic, had actually seen one of the ships decades later while hunting and reported its location. But searchers didn't take him seriously. So here's what we think ultimately happened. The ships became trapped in ice near King William Island and were stuck there for nearly 2 years. Franklin died in June of the next year, and by